The sneaker is already on the shelf, already tagged, already lit from the right angle. The store designed it that way. Every label, every foam story, every campaign with a face you recognize, all of it is a machine built to make you reach for your card before you think. And most of the time, it works. You walk out with something that looks right, feels right for the first 3 weeks, and then quietly starts failing you. The outsole separates, the foam collapses, the upper creases in a way that no amount of cleaning fixes. You already know this. Every number in this video comes from a financial filing, a published annual report, or a lab test. No estimates, no anonymous sources. 8 brands ranked. Number 8. Saucony. Founded in 1898 in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, named after a creek. No celebrity launch, no private equity transformation. Their 2023 annual filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission shows $495.8 million in revenue, not the $1.2 billion a competitor in this space claimed. One of those numbers came from a government document. The Endorphin Speed 4 retails for $170 with a nylon plate and PWR Run PB foam, the same Pebax material that goes into shoes, costing $250. Reviewers who logged 300 miles in the Speed 4 reported the outsole showed almost no wear at that point. The shoe weighs 8.2 ounces. It has no celebrity on the tongue. What it has is FOAM that does not go flat, and a price that does not pretend otherwise. Number 7. Mizuno. Mizuno has been publicly traded on the Tokyo Stock Exchange since 1906. No private equity, no conglomerate in Xiamen. They invest approximately 5% of annual revenue into research and development, roughly $135 million going into engineering rather than billboards. The Wave Rider is now in its 28th version. That number exists because runners kept buying it, which is the only reason a brand produces any shoe across 28 generations. The wave plate in the midsole is a horizontal fan of thermoplastic that is visible, measurable, and consistently present in every model that carries the name. You can confirm this when the shoe is cut open. Several brands in this industry spend considerable effort explaining technology that disappears when you apply a blade to the midsole. Mizuno does not. Number 6. New Balance. Jim Davis bought the company in 1972 for $10,000 on the day of the Boston Marathon when it had 6 employees. In 2024, New Balance reported $7.8 billion in global revenue, their 4th consecutive year of more than 20% growth. The Davis family owns approximately 95%. Warren Buffett attempted to acquire the company and was refused. The 990 V6 retails at $200 and is assembled in Skowhegan, Maine or Lawrence, Massachusetts. Independent testers, after running more than 500 miles, reported minimal outsole wear and a midsole that held its structure. The fuel cell foam and end cap heel ring produce a dual density system that cushions without collapsing. The shoe is available in standard, wide, and extra wide. The Made in USA label means a minimum of 70% domestic value, and 2 class action lawsuits have contested that standard in federal court. Both things are true at the same time. No other major athletic brand maintains this scale of domestic production under family ownership, and the claim on the box has legal limits that most buyers never read. Number 5. Salomon. Founded in Annecy, France in 1947. Adidas owned it and sold it in 2005. In 2019, Anta Sports, a Chinese conglomerate based in Xiamen, led a consortium that acquired Amir Sports for $5.2 billion and now holds 52.7%. The brand on the tongue says Salomon. The shareholder in the annual report says Anta Sports. The XT6 retails at $180 on a Conta Grip rubber outsole tested across wet granite, compacted dirt, and asphalt. StockX resale data shows Salomon sneakers trading at 12% above retail, actual demand from people who wear the shoes rather than store them. The Speedcross 6 at $140 carries a 6-lug outsole pattern that independent trail reviewers consistently rank above everything else in its price range for muddy terrain. The shoes are good. The mountain culture origin story has new owners. Both are true. Number 4. ASICS. 4 research and development centers across Tokyo, Osaka, New York, and Munich, staffed by more than 200 engineers, as confirmed in their 2022 annual report. The Gel Kayano is on its 31st version. That is 31 generations of a stability shoe, built on continuous data collection and force plate testing. In 2023, Soleil Review cut the Gel Kayano and the Gel Nimbus open and published the cross-sectional photographs. Their finding was simple: nearly all of the cushioning in both shoes comes from the foam midsole. The gel pads in the rear foot zone play almost no meaningful role. ASICS renamed the system Pure Gel in 2023. The foam construction did not change, the name changed, and the Kayano still retails at $165. The engineering behind 31 versions is real. The GL marketing is not what it claims. You are buying one of those things and paying for both. Number 3. Hoka. Founded in 2009 by 2 former Salomon employees who believed more cushioning was correct when the industry was moving toward less. Deckers Brands acquired Hoka in 2013 for $1.1 million. In fiscal year 2024, Hoka generated $1.807 billion in revenue, 27.9% growth, confirmed in Deckers' SEC filing. The Bondi 9 retails at $175 on supercritical EVA foam, nitrogen-infused, measurably lighter and more responsive than standard compression molded EVA. The American Podiatric Medical Association granted their seal of acceptance to the Clifton 10, awarded by podiatrists, not marketing departments, after independent clinical evaluation. Nurses, surgeons, and physical therapists who stand for 12-hour shifts buy these shoes without celebrity prompting. That is the most credible product review that exists. Number 2. Brooks. Founded in Philadelphia in 1914, owned by Berkshire Hathaway. For the 11th consecutive quarter, Brooks held the #1 position in adult performance running footwear at United States National Retail, verified against third-party market research data. In fiscal year 2024, they recorded their 8th consecutive year of growth at a 13% compound annual growth rate. In the third quarter of 2024, they crossed $1 billion in a single quarter for the first time. The Ghost 17 retails at $150 on nitrogen-infused DNA. Loft V3 foam that retains its cushioning properties across the full lifespan of the shoe. Run-repeat lab testing of the Adrenaline GTS 24 recorded an outsole abrasion of 0.8 millimeters, classified as impressive durability. The Adrenaline GTS is now on its 25th version, a stability shoe introduced in 1999, updated every 2 years since, without a single identity crisis or celebrity relaunch. The 2024 Running USA Global Runner Survey asked 7,400 runners, 90% of whom run at least 3 times per week, which brand they trusted most for training and race day. Brooks was #1 in both categories with more than 20% of all votes. Berkshire Hathaway has owned Brooks and has never sold. That is the only endorsement that requires no interpretation.